Hey guys, y'all can't see it, but my service light just came on. So today, I invite you to come with me to go get my oil change. I think they had a special where it was an oil change, tire rotation, and like new wipers, and it was like 150 or something like that. Usually it's tire rotation and oil change for like 90 bucks. So this feels like a little bit overcharging, but I get the oil change done at the Kia dealership because of the warranty that we have on this car. I invite y'all to come with me, and then when we get back, I got something cool for the telly. Some updates for the telly that were sent in, and I want to show you all those. So welcome to today. All right, y'all, it's 12:40, so it took about a couple hours to get the oil change, and then they were going to charge me, well, they always send me a text that says like, here's some other things that need to be done, and one was like the cabin air filter, which I ordered one while I was here for like 15 bucks. They were going to charge $90, I guess because of labor. So now I'm gonna go home and show y'all what I got in the mail to upgrade. Maybe not necessarily upgrade, but just there's a little bit more coverage. I'll just say that. So let's go home. Traffic is kind of nuts over there, so it's gonna be a while. All right, y'all, I'm home. I filled up the gas tank. We were almost empty on gas. And I wanna show y'all what Joularise, Joularise, what they sent me for the telly. And first I need to unbox it though. So let's take this out. And these are our car mats, which we actually have some heavy duty car mats that came with the telly. Actually, we asked for them when we bought the car. But these are very similar. So we're looking, we had the cloth ones that came with the car when we first got it. But those just are horrible to clean. Whenever you have to vacuum them, they just get filled with dust. So we got the rubber ones, and we love them. Like, we love the ones that came with the car. But when Joularise offered to send these out, I was like, yeah, let me take a look at them. It looks like one of them actually provides more coverage than the one that came with our car. So I want to take a look at that, and I'll compare. I'll put them side by side in the driveway so we can see how these ones look and how much coverage they offer compared to the original ones that came with the telly. All right, so here is, let me go wide mode. Two fronts, middle, which this one actually has a cover in the middle. Third row seat, which that would be if you had like the split down the middle, but this will still work, I think. I hope so. And then the back ones, which this is really nice compared to what we have because these are connected. I'll have to show you what we have on ours right now, which kind of drives me nuts, but they are third party too. The telly, the Kia company did not give us the back ones because I guess they don't make them. But this is what we currently have in here. So rubber mats, they're heavy duty. They're thick, and they have the little connection so you can put them straight into the little fasteners that are built into the Kia. These do too. You can see them right there. And then in the back, same thing. Like good mats, like these are not shoddy at all, but they don't have a middle cover, so whenever we vacuum, like this gets all matted down. And you can see we actually do need a vacuum pretty bad in here. But the back is one of the messiest parts because this is where Emma and Liam live. But the back, all it is just this mat right here. Like this is it. It's a very thin mat, and compared to that one looks a lot thicker. So here is the comparison of the two. This is Kia's that was meant for the Telluride. This is what Joularise sent, which the first thing I do notice is that these have a lot bigger edges on the side, which would hopefully keep more of your crud that gets into your mats. Because when looking over here, you get a lot of residue on the side that hopefully that would take care of. So we're gonna have to vacuum this out later, but I do want to go ahead and stick this in there and see how it looks. All right, just looking at the passenger side, here is where these high edges really help out, because you can see that it's gone up and over, like right above where the seat's at, where the seat stand is at. And then on the sides, you have a really good edge. And then over here, it's like almost like part of this whole thing. This is actually really nice. And the thickness feels about the same as what these, let's see. So here is, and then here's this one. Yeah, I mean, they really are. This one feels like more rubbery. This one feels more like hard plastic, but thickness is about the same, I would say. So I'm gonna change out the driver's side, and then I'll save these just for backup. All right, here's the comparison of the driver's side. So Kia, and then here is from from Joularise. So you do have a nice coverage of the foot pedal. Again, the sides are deeper, but we're gonna go ahead and get this one in and see. One thing I noticed is that with the rigidness of this is that they are harder to get inside. They're a little harder to bend, but they do go in there, and once they're in there really good. All right, y'all, here is the driver's side. I had to put the seat back, but they lock in. I really like these side lips, like the side edges. I'm seeing how high they go up, and I'm hoping that keeps more of the debris inside this mat. And then this cover right here, this will help with trash not traveling up, because on the old one, trash can go up here and then back underneath. This one just covers everything. The only place it doesn't cover is your gas pedal. Of course, you don't want that covered. So far, I'm really liking these. And I'm pretty sure, as far as price point concerned, these are a little cheaper than what you would pay from the dealership for the official mats from Kia. All right, and here is the mid-seat mats from Kia and the ones that came from Joularise. So again, the sides are a little deeper, and this coverage is going to be nice in the middle, but everything else looks pretty. It looks like these actually go back a little further underneath the front seats too, compared to the ones that came from Kia. That's going to be nice to kind of save a little bit of less vacuuming, hopefully. But let's get these ones in, and then we'll see how they look. Okay, here is, yeah, I like these a lot. The only thing I'm noticing is that there's some like shaping that needs to happen, because these are sticking up a little bit back here. So hopefully these go down over time. Yeah, it's kind of doing it on both sides. So these go up just like they're going up like at an angle, which I guess isn't bad if the dirt comes back. And I'm thinking over time they'll start to mold and shape to the floor. But what I really like is, again, these high edges, and then this mid part is going to be nice just to keep dirt off this carpet, because this part gets really dirty compared to everything else that's underneath right here. So good fit. These locking mechanisms that are built into the car match up exactly with the mats, which is nice, so these don't start turning all over the place and moving around. But so far, whew, it's hot out here, y'all. So far so good. Now we got to get this little dinky one out here in the back, and then we will put in, let me get out some of this trash that the kids have. We'll see how good of a coverage that other one. And it had that mid part, but I think it's going to be fine, because if you look under here, it goes all the way towards the middle. You can get the telluride. You can get the telluride with the captain's chairs right here. We got the bench seat because we have 4 kids and we have their friends. So we went for the as many seats as you can get package. And then now, you know, that thing should hopefully fit under there. Let's see. All right, here's the comparison of the back mat that came from Kia compared to the one that we got from Joularise. So it is quite a bit larger, especially on the edges over here. There's more coverage, and then a little bit of width right here, I think, compared to that one. And then this middle part will be nice. Even with this having a bench seat, it'll be nice just to kind of keep this area covered, because you can see there's dog hair and dirt back there, which we're going to get that no matter what. I understand that, but anything that's kind of keep things protected and covered more, I appreciate. So let's get that one in here. This one, of course, isn't locked because Kia doesn't put locking mechanisms in the floor over here. So it's just going to have to go down. And that's one reason any mat you put back here is just going to move around. And that's just part of life of this one. But at least it does have more coverage. Hopefully fits a little like more snug because it's bigger. And that would hopefully keep things in place too. All right, I got the mat in the back, but I need to show y'all something here at the front that I think it's, either way, this is the cool feature. Oh my gosh, let me scoot these back. Okay. So that part goes from all the way from the back to the front, and up on this section there is Velcro that Velcros right here to the front on the carpet, and it helps keep the whole thing in place, and it just looks more official with the bending over right here and just giving a little bit more coverage. I really dig this, and this would work with the captain's chairs too, but I mean, this works perfect for the bench seat. So if you have the bench seat Kia, yeah, and it does provide a lot more coverage. Like this thing goes way further back, covers over these things. Again, I need for it to shape over these components, but maybe with the summer heat, well, actually with the fall heat in Texas, it's still in the 90s. And so hopefully this all goes down a little bit, but you can see it does provide a lot more coverage than those Kia ones. I just need it to bend down a little more and it would be perfect. And then let's put the seat back so you can kind of see what it would look like. Yeah, not bad at all. All right, for the back, these are third-party mats. We got these off of Amazon. I forgot how much they were. They're semi-cheap, and they've done a good job. The only thing is that they're 2 pieces. So it's this piece, and then that has to go underneath it. Sometimes these things get caught up, and they'll go on top, and then they get ripped off because they're all Velcro. And so they're not the best, but they've done a good job at keeping a lot of the dust and, you know, things off the carpet. But I'm gonna take these out. The thing that I'm looking at so far is that rubberized part in the middle that I think is gonna be nice. So let's put these next to each other. The back one looks pretty similar. I do notice that the Joularise ones have a hole here that gives you access. Oh, because the whole thing can be lifted. Okay, cool, I like that so far. So let's take these off. And then this one. All right, so here's what you got. These are the old ones you got off Amazon. This is part of the kit that Joularise sent, which looks a lot more cohesive. So I'm gonna get these in. I'm gonna have to put the camera down though, because they're big. All right, so I started putting these in and I already noticed these have Velcro built in all around them. And then they also have Velcro built on the back part that connects to the bottom, which the other ones we had did not do that. So that should keep this bottom mat's piece in better place. So I'm gonna have to put that part down there first, and then I'll link these up and get those connected. Oh, my footprints are on there already. All right, I figured out how to install these because these middle parts wouldn't let me connect this to the back. So you have to put your seats down so that the whole thing goes flat. We gotta get our, only part is I'm gonna need 2 hands, y'all. So I'm gonna have to put the camera down. So basically, it's like this, but you wanna make sure you line up your Velcro pieces pretty well. So I'm gonna take this out. Oh, I just took the hole. So this goes through here, and then pull that to where you want that to match up right there on the edge. And then these have Velcro strips all the way around that you want to push down. All right, here is how you get it in there. So you want to make sure you put your seats down so that these rubberized connection parts don't get in the way. And then Joularise also gives you these pieces right here. There's 2 of them, and there's 4 adhesive strips right here. You stick them on the back, and these are going to go into this section right here for your whatchamacallit, tethers, the tether strap. So those are going to go in right here. It looks like they're going to like kind of lock in there. You can see I haven't pushed it all the way in yet. So I'm going to get these on here, and then on both of these little areas, there's 2 of them. You stick them in there, and it actually looks like pretty official. It looks like it's more like something that Kia should have made. So I'm gonna get those in there, and then we'll pull these back up, tether these to the headrest for even more security, to make sure it's secured to the actual door. To the door. Make sure it's secured to the actual seat, and then that's gonna be it. It'll be complete. So let me get those in there real quick. All right, and there's one in there. It actually looks really nice. It looks more like official. And so here's the other one. I put the foam guards on that, and then this will go in right here, and then snap. They just snap in there. They look really good. Okay, let's pull this up. And if I pull up, oh yeah, they just bunch up on their own. That's cool. That's nice. So they bunch up. Look, babe, this is how they bunch up. They just do their own thing.
Like roll into.
Yeah. Here, can you pull that so we can let go of this? Okay. There you go. Yeah, and then once you put the headrest up, these will go over like this, and you can tighten them on the other side. And that's just for more stability. Oh yeah, this one, yeah, just as tight as you can get it, so that way it goes, because you can see, like whenever you pull it, it pulls those up nice and tight against the back. So just more reinforcement instead of just the Velcro. But yeah, and then the cool thing is this has the hole built in, so you can still access this with your mats on, which we weren't able to do that with the other one. So, and then you just, yeah, that works really nice. And then, so here's the back view of those mats. Lots of coverage back there. But I really like these. These are a lot better than what we had before. And even nicer than the Kia ones. So Joularise, thanks for sending these out. These are great.
What I like most about the back one is it's smoother. Like if you look at that one, all the ridges.
Oh yeah.
You can get
it gets a lot of dirt in there.
Anything out of those.
Yeah, yeah. You have to take them out and try to like scrub them hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, these have more of a
Like
ridge.
smooth, not like a little smoother, like not
Yeah.
as I don't know, a little bit, but not
Yeah,
like
the
that.
main thing with these, especially if you have a telly, is that this part you want to be all connected, because when we had the separate ones, they would always get like stuck over it, or those back pieces would always get like stuck over it or under it, and then things would just get messed up. This is really nice that it's just one big piece. So let's go inside and we'll go talk about my thoughts on this. So my thoughts on those mats. So when I first got them, I was like, mats are mats. Like, I didn't even open the box. This was like, mats are gonna be the same across the board. They just cover your car. But compared to the Kia ones that we got, what I am impressed about these ones that came from Joularise was the higher ridges on the side to keep more of the dirt inside the mat instead of getting onto your carpet. I thought they also provided a lot better coverage, especially that middle row one that had the cover that went over that middle section. And then the back row, it was tons better than what Kia gives you. I loved having the Kia mats better than the cloth ones, but they just did not cover really much of anything in that back seat. And these covered more of the back seat, more of the floor on the bottom, and then that part that went all the way up the middle really helped out to keep some of that dirt and grime. And it just looks more official. And then the back piece, the piece that goes in the very back, is just more cohesive compared to other mats that you might buy off of Amazon, which again, those ones that we had in there were from Amazon. Everything in the front was from Kia. So yeah, I totally would recommend these Joularise car mats, and I'm gonna put a link, an affiliate link in the comments below. I'll also put it in the description so that way y'all can take a look at it. Joularise, thank you for sending them out. I am more than impressed. I thought mats were mats again, but it looks like some mats are better than others. So thanks for watching, guys, hanging out with me on my little car escapade, and I'm gonna go get some more water. Goodbye.